Someone is coming back. Not by accident. Not by chance. By divine appointment. God says, my child, stop and listen. What I am about to tell you is not something your mind is ready for, but your spirit already knows. You have felt it. That quiet stirring in the middle of an ordinary day. That unexplainable heaviness that settles over you when you least expect it. That feeling that something is about to change, that something is shifting beneath the surface of everything you can see. You were right to feel it. Because something is moving in the unseen places of your life right now. Something that has been in motion far longer than you realize. And it is moving toward you. There is a person, someone whose name still lives somewhere deep in the chambers of your heart even when you have tried to evict it. Someone you prayed for when they were not praying for themselves. Someone you forgave before they ever asked for it. Someone you released with tears you told nobody about. They are thinking about you right now. Not casually. Not in passing. They are sitting with the weight of what they lost, and they are finally beginning to understand the full cost of walking away from someone like you. They are replaying moments. They are hearing your voice in quiet rooms. They are searching for peace and finding only the echo of everything they said and did and chose that pushed you further from them. They thought moving on would be easy. It was not. Because you cannot move on from a soul that was assigned to yours. You cannot forget a person who prayed over your healing even when you were the one who caused their pain. You cannot outrun the memory of someone who loved you without conditions in a world that puts conditions on everything. And now they are restless. God says there are things happening in your life right now that your natural eyes cannot fully see. There are conversations being held about you in rooms you have never entered. There are people whose lives were quietly altered by your presence, by your kindness, by the way you kept going when everything in you wanted to stop. They watched you. They may not have said anything. But they watched. And what they saw planted something in them that they have never been able to uproot. You do not fully know the impact you carry. You have walked through things that would have destroyed most people. You have carried grief quietly. You have shown up with a smile when your heart was barely beating. You have given from an empty place because you believed that faithfulness in the small things mattered even when nobody was watching. Somebody was watching. God says, I saw every moment of it. I saw the night you sat alone wondering if any of it would ever be worth it. I saw the prayers you whispered in the dark when the daylight felt too loud. I saw the moments you chose grace when your flesh was screaming for justice. I saw the times you chose to stay soft when the world was trying its hardest to make you hard. And I kept a record of all of it. Not one moment has been wasted. Not one tear has fallen without being caught. Not one sacrifice you made in secret has gone unnoticed by the one who sees everything. What they tried to bury about you has become the very thing that is rising. What they dismissed about you is becoming undeniable. What they called weakness in you is revealing itself as the rarest kind of strength. They are fighting over you. Some are saying you were too good for what you settled for. Others are saying you were naive for believing in something that did not deserve your faith. But neither of them understand what you were really doing. You were not naive. You were not foolish. You were walking in obedience to a love that is higher than human logic. You were demonstrating something that this world rarely gets to see. A person who loves without agenda. A person who believes without guarantees. A person who forgives before the apology arrives. That is rare. And rare things are always misunderstood before they are celebrated. Someone who left your life carrying wounds you did not give them is now beginning to trace those wounds back to the right source. They blamed you for things that were never your fault. They pushed you away for reasons that had nothing to do with your worth. They walked into the distance and let pride tell them they were fine. But they are not fine. And deep in the part of themselves that still tells the truth, they know why. God says the reversal has already begun. What was spoken against you in secret will be answered in public. What was taken from you through betrayal will be returned with interest. What was meant to break your spirit has instead revealed your foundation. And your foundation is unshakable because it was never built on what people thought of you. It was built on something far more permanent than any human opinion. You were not supposed to still be standing. That is what confuses them. They expected to look back and find you diminished. They expected to see someone who collapsed under the weight of everything they allowed to happen. But instead they look back and they see someone who is still here. Still standing. Still moving forward. Still carrying light in eyes that had every reason to go dark. It unsettles them. And it should. Because your survival is not just personal. It is a message. Your endurance is not just a character trait. It is a testimony. Every single time you got back up, you were not just doing it for yourself. You were doing it for everyone who would one day need proof that getting back up is possible. You were that proof. Now hear this. The person who is coming back into your life is not coming back the same way they left. Something has happened to them in the time you have been apart. Something has shifted. Something has broken in them that needed to break so that something real could finally grow in its place. They are not the same person who walked away. And you are not the same person they left behind. This reunion, if you choose to receive it, will not look like a return to the past. It will look like the beginning of something neither of you fully imagined. Something that required both of you to go through exactly what you went through in order to arrive at exactly this moment ready in ways you were not ready before. But you must be discerning. God is not telling you to abandon your wisdom at the door simply because someone has returned. He is telling you to stay open, stay prayerful, stay rooted in what you know to be true about yourself and about what you deserve. Not everyone who comes back deserves to come back in the same way they left. Some people return as teachers. Some return as partners. Some return simply to show you that you have healed more than you knew. Only time and prayer and the wisdom that God gives freely to those who ask will tell you which one this is. What you must not do is close the door before you find out. What you must not do is let old wounds make the decision for your future before God has finished speaking. What you must not do is mistake the pain of the past for a prophecy about what is possible now. God says trust the process even when the process surprises you. Trust the nudge even when it scares you. Trust the peace. When it comes, and it will come, let it be your guide. Not fear. Not logic. Not what people on the outside think they understand about a journey they only watched from a distance. Your story is not over. In fact, the chapter that is beginning now is the one that will make sense of everything that came before it. The confusion will start to resolve. The pieces that never seemed to fit will begin to find their places. The prayers that felt like they disappeared into silence will begin to show up as answered in ways you never could have scripted on your own. Something is coming that will restore what was lost. Something is coming that will heal what was broken. Something is coming that was always meant for you but could only arrive after you had been prepared to receive it. You have been prepared. The waiting was the preparation. The pain was the preparation. The patience was the preparation. And now the prepared version of you is standing at the threshold of something beautiful and God is saying, you are ready. Step forward. Do not shrink back now. Do not talk yourself out of what your spirit already recognizes as yours. They are fighting over you because light is worth fighting over. And you, beloved, are full of it. You are seen. You are known. You are loved by the one who crafted you before you took your first breath and who has never once taken his eyes off you since. This message found you today because you needed to hear it. And now that you have heard it, carry it forward. Something is shifting. Something beautiful is on its way. And it was always meant for you.